गुड इवनिंग बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप सब। मैं हूं आपका दोस्त सी आकाश एंड आई वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू टू एकाग्रता सीए यूट्यूब चैनल। बच्चों, जैसे कि आप जानते हो, एवरी नाइट एट 10 PM वी कम टुगेदर एंड वी सॉल्व ऑल द इंटीग्रेटेड केस स्टडी बेस्ड एमसीक्यूज। सो देयरफॉर बच्चों, विदाउट फर्दर अड्यू लेट अस स्टार्ट। ठीक है, लेट मी जस्ट टेल यू हाउ मेनी चैप्टर्स हैव वी ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड इन दिस एंटायर सीरीज। ठीक है बच्चों, फोकस करना। बच्चों, वी आर ऑलरेडी थ्रू विथ चैप्टर नंबर 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7। ठीक है, along with this we are also completed with digital audit, group audit and PSC audit. ठीक है बच्चों, next point. If you look in the study material very carefully, you will find that there are no MCQs. No MCQs in these chapters. Which chapters बच्चों? Question chapter number 16, that is internal audit. Chapter number 17, that is your due diligence, and chapter number 19. There are no MCQs in these chapters. ठीक है बच्चों? Okay. So what is going to be our target for today? Our today's target, guys, is going to be, we are going to cover at least chapter number 11, that is prospective financial statements, and last we are going to cover chapter number 9 as well, that is review. And if time permits, we can also cover the chapter number 18. ठीक है, that is ESG audit. ठीक है, and ESG बराबर ना, environmental sustainability and governance. चलो बच्चों शुरू करते हैं. Now chapter number 11, first question. Okay guys, as you're well aware of, this chapter comprises of SAE 3400, 3402, 3420. ठीक है, चलो. Now below is given the draft text of the report on examination of prospective financial information of Top Edge Limited. Basically we are going to discuss about SAE 3400. बराबर ना? Okay अच्छा. In relation to company's upcoming project prepared by staff member in a CA firm unfamiliar with drafting such reports. क्या हुआ है? Below is the given draft text of a report on examination of Top Edge Limited in relation to company's upcoming project prepared by staff member in a CA firm who is unfamiliar. Basically, is an intern. The report has been drafted in a casual manner and may consist of omission and errors. Okay. To the board of directors of Top Edge Limited, we have examined the projection of upcoming project to come up at Ratnagiri of Top Edge Limited for the period April 23 to March 2030 as given in the prospective financial information from page 1 to 250 in accordance with SAE 3400. The preparation and presentation is the responsibility of the management and has been approved by the board of directors of the company. Our responsibility is to examine the evidence supporting the assumptions, excluding the hypothetical assumptions, and other information in the prospective financial information. The projection has been prepared using a set of assumptions that include hypothetical assumptions about future events and management's actions that are not necessarily expected to occur. We have carried out our examination of the information thoroughly. Okay, Acho. Further, in our opinion, projection is properly prepared on the basis of the assumptions as set out in note 1 to 50 of the prospective information and on a consistent basis with the historical financial, which is a good thing. Using appropriate accounting principles. Even if the events anticipated under the hypothetical assumptions described above occur, actual results are still likely to be different from the projection since other events frequently do not occur as expected and variation may be material. For PCK, chartered accountant, signature, designation and membership number. So one thing is very clearly not visible here, that is a UDIN, right? So you have to be that much sharp enough to identify what all problems are there, right? The case study was clearly informing you guys that it may consist of some omission or errors, right? So it is clearly an omission that the UDIN is not there, and UDIN, as you are aware of, is required on all the reports. Okay, let us start. Question number 1. Whose responsibility is it to list out assumptions underlying prospective financial information? Whose responsibility is it to list down assumptions underlying prospective financial information? Is it the professional accountant issuing report on PFI? Is it the auditor issuing the report? Is it the management or is it the banker? ठीक है, तो it's a very very simple question guys. ठीक है, correct answer is going to be the management. बराबर ना? It is a management who is responsible for listing out all the assumptions underlying the PFI. Question number 2. Which of the following statement is most appropriate regarding use of PFI to be included in such a report? Intended use of projection is required to be disclosed. It is further necessary to caution the user regarding inappropriateness of projections for other purposes. It is discretionary to state the intended use. Discretionary means what? It is optional. Intended use of projection is required to be disclosed, so it's mandatory, but it is not necessary to caution the user regarding inappropriateness of projection. It is a prerogative of management to use the report in the manner it deems fit. Okay, so as you can notice guys, even if you apply your general knowledge, okay, first point, let us cross out the points which are completely wrong. Focus. Discretionary point is completely wrong. Next, it is the prerogative of the management to use the report. They may use it, they may not use it, goes by the oil. Okay, what is more important is that what is our responsibility, what is it required by what is the requirement for us to be to mention in the audit report, in the PFI report. Okay, now if you notice, we are left with A and C. As I've always been telling you, you have to identify the most appropriate answer, right? If you notice, A is a better alternative than C. Correct? So very clearly, by elimination as well as by logic, your correct answer is going to be A. Okay? That is, what does it mean? It means that intended use is required to be disclosed. Also, you have to caution the user regarding inappropriateness of projections for other purpose, which is a very good thing, right? You are cautioning the people that please don't use this document for any other purpose. Next point. Okay, bacho. Question number 3. What should be the language of an unmodified assurance report regarding underlying assumptions? ठीक है? Positively worded to suggest assumptions are reasonable. Negatively worded to suggest assumptions are not on a reasonable basis. Neither positively worded nor negatively worded. Depends upon the judgment of the chartered accountant. Okay, so guys, let's eliminate the irrelevant options. Neither positive nor negative is absolutely bullshit. Depends upon the professional judgment is also absolutely bullshit in this scenario, because in the case of these reports, the languages are very very clear. If you remember, when you are giving a qualified opinion, then you have to write except for the effect of matters described in basis for qualified opinion paragraph. So the language is pretty clear from the institute side. Okay, next guys, positively worded you usually use when you're giving a reasonable assurance, and when you're giving moderate or limit assurance, you use a negative worded, right? So therefore the correct answer is going to be B. Okay, I remember positively worded sentences go when you are giving reasonable assurance, but PFI, the report that auditor gives on PFI, it is what? It is basically the assurance that we give is limited assurance, so it will be negative assurance. So remember, in SAE 3420, under SAE 3420, what is the auditor giving? Auditor is giving something called as limited assurance, or you can also call it that as moderate assurance, or you can also call it as negatively worded assurance. Got it? Okay. Next question. Which of the following statement is most appropriate regarding the examination of PFI by chartered accountant in accordance with SAE 3400? Okay, achho. Accuracy of projection is vouched for based upon the performing procedures thoroughly. Do we ever give the accuracy of projections is vouched? Projections can go haywire. It depends upon the professional judgment of the chartered accountant to vouch for the accuracy. Accuracy of projection is not at all vouched for in an assurance report on prospective financials. The matter of accuracy of projection or otherwise is not the domain of such examination. So guys, it's very simple. We never ever give any assurance with respect to accuracy of the projection, so we never check that. Correct? So the correct answer is going to be C. Last point guys. Which of the following statement is most appropriate regarding UDIN in the context of examination? It is mandatory to state UDIN, desirable, not required, not required. So very simple. The correct answer is going to be A. बराबर ना, mandatory. This though I discussed the moment I read the case study, right? That the UDIN is going to be mandatory, guys. Okay. Chalo, let's check the answers once. What are the answers that we have marked? We have marked C, A, B, C, A, C, A, B, C, A. Let's check the answers. C, A, B, C, A. Perfect. Okay, within a matter of 10 minutes, we have covered the entire integrate case study with respect to बच्चों chapter number 11. बराबर ना, prospective financials. Let's go ahead. चलो, let's solve the integrate case study for related services. Okay, chapter number 9. Please ensure that you're sharing these videos with all your friends who are about to give their CA final exams in May 25. The way in which November exams were asked, okay, you saw the papers were extremely difficult, all the subjects. So therefore, guys, it is an important point that you need to it is an important point for you to understand. It is an important point for you to understand that it is a very important point for you to understand that it is a high time that we pay attention to integrated case study MCQs as well. And that's why please share this playlist with all your friends so that they can solve all the integrated case study MCQs in one go. Okay, chalo, let's start. Okay, achha. KM Limited has engaged your firm for compilation of financial information in accordance with SRS 4410. Basically, the KM Limited has asked you to prepare the financials. You also come to know that company is setting up a new unit in Odisha. The company's management has provided you with a draft trial balance and requires you help to prepare and present financials. The management requires such a preparation for its internal use. During the course of engagement, it is noticed that there are apparent errors in few opening balances brought forward from the previous year relating to some outstanding incentive receivable from government authorities. These have been swapped with some other balance and trial balance. However, there are no credit transactions in such incentive accounts whose balances have been swapped during the year. One of the team members suggests that it is one of the duties to ensure that revenue figures stated in trial balance at least are verified to ensure that all revenues required to be booked by the company have in fact been booked. One of the team members is suggesting what? One of the duties to ensure that revenue figures have to be verified to ensure that all revenues. This is completely wrong, guys. You very well know that according to in the SRS 4400, we never verify anything, right? If whatever the client provides us the data, we just simply help them to prepare financial. We are not verifying anything. It is also suggested by the team member that even though it is a compilation engagement, quality control aspects like adhering to appropriate standards need to be followed. Before signing and issuing report under SRS 4410, you once again read the financial information. It came to your notice that figures related to setting up a new unit of the company coming up in Rourkela have not been properly disclosed in the compiled financials. The expenditure incurred from bank account maintained Rourkela and was omitted to be shown in the approved head. You are vacillating regarding above considering the scope of engagement. The team has prepared detailed documentation during the course of engagement. Chalo, let us start, guys. Question number 1. Okay. हाँ बच्चों. In respect of errors in some of the opening balances noticed as described in the case, which of the following statement is most appropriate? Such errors should straightaway lead to qualification of the report. Such errors should be brought to the knowledge of the management. Knowledge of such type of errors has no effect on the compilation. Should be brought to the knowledge. May lead to qualification. The above said matter relates to SA 510. Okay, and there is no effect on the obligation of compilation engagement. So guys, very simple. Whenever he finds anything, we need to go and inform the client. Correct? So the correct answer is going to be B. The correct answer is going to be B. Such errors should be brought to the knowledge of the management. Very good. Next point. As regards suggestion of one of the team member regarding the verification of all revenues, which of the following statement is correct? The suggestion is proper as verification is a part and parcel of engagement. Absolutely bullshit. I told you well in advance, and the compilation you're not checking anything. Suggestion is proper as absence of such verification may make financial misleading. Absolutely bullshit. You can't verify anything. Okay. Suggestion is not proper as verifying accuracy or completeness is not required in such engagement. Not proper as compliance with qualitative requirements is not required in such engagement. So what was the question asking? Question was asking with respect to what, bacho? It was asking with respect to the verification of all revenues, all. So because they have stated all, we are clear that we are discussing about completeness. So therefore, the answer will be C. What बच्चों? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next point. In view of the team members' suggestion relating to adherence to appropriate standard on quality control, which of the following statement is relevant? SA 220 is applicable to the engagement and has to be followed by the partner meticulously. Guys, it is wrong because you remember SA 220 applies on audit engagements, not compilation engagement. SQC1 is applicable. Both SA 220 and SQC is applicable. Both are not applicable. So this is wrong. This is wrong. Correct answer will be B. SQC1 definitely applies on all types of engagement, whether it is SA, whether it is SAE, whether it is SRE, and whether it is SRS. Okay. Next point. Which of the following statement is most appropriate as regards omission of expenditure under appropriate heads pertaining to Rourke unit? The above omission can be misleading. By disregarding such omission, the fundamental principle of integrity is violated and engagement cannot be performed. Omission can be misleading by fundamental of objectivity is violated. There is the above has omission has no effect. Omission has no effect. So guys, 2 points C and D are absolutely wrong. The above noted omission definitely has effect. Barabar na? And see, if you are going to ignore something, clearly it's a question on your honesty. So the correct answer is going to be A because of the integrity point. Okay? B was discussing about objectivity, which is not the case here. And the last point, guys, the detailed documentation is maintained during course of compilation. Which of the following is most appropriate regarding the assembly of final engagement file? Final engagement file should be assembled in not more than 60 days, not more than 120 days, on a timely basis after the engagement report is finalized within the time limit set by the firm. There is no requirement of assembling final engagement file. So guys, first of all, this pertains to audit engagement, so that is wrong. This is completely wrong because you always need to make the file, right? So therefore 120 days ऐसे कोई limit है ही नहीं. So correct answer is going to be C. Got it? That's going to be C. Okay. Sir, please pin Google form for 45 days challenge. Ritika, can you please explain this point to me? Can you please pin Google form of 45 days challenge? Where should I pin, beta? You mean to say in the chat box? Okay, Acho. Got it. Chalo, perfect. We have completed with 2 chapters. Okay, that is your chapter number 9 and chapter number 11. Both the chapters are completed. Tomorrow we will meet again once again at 10 o'clock and we will solve more case study MCQs. Got it? I hope all of you guys enjoyed today's session. Okay, these are simple MCQs. If you know the concepts very well, then in that case, it shouldn't be a trouble for you. Okay, chalo. Perfect. On that note, thank you so much guys for joining.